Hi, in this video I'm going to go over the Figure-4 glute stretch. So there's many different glute stretches that you've probably seen or you may have tried before, but this particular glute stretch is one of my personal favorites, especially for people that are new to stretching or are very tight, because it allows the body to relax into the stretch position and get a little bit deeper without risks of harming any parts of the body. So you may have done a few glute stretches, whether it's something like this, maybe on the soccer field, could be the pigeon stretch, something like this, or it could even be something where you're putting your foot up, standing, or kneeling with some sort of external support. So those are all good stretches, but one of the things I find is that the body has a tendency to stiffen up and stress just trying to stabilize the body in its position. So it can take away from your ability to get deep into that stretch. And that's why I like the Figure-4 version. So for the Figure-4 version, you're gonna be lying on the ground. You need a wall in front of you that's gonna help get into the position. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna lie down so that your feet can be placed on the wall while your tailbone is still touching the ground. From here, what you're gonna do is you're gonna push up with this one leg. I'm gonna stretch this leg, but this is gonna be my supportive leg. I'm gonna push up. That makes it easy to bring my foot across. If I'm really tight, it can be quite challenging to get that foot across. Then I'm gonna allow my hips to settle down and my tailbone again to settle down into the ground. If my tailbone is elevated, there's space here, then I might be a bit too close. I'll just have to push myself a little bit further. If you find you don't have any stretch here, what I would get you to do is just move a little bit closer and then set yourself up again. From here, you're gonna hold the stretch, try and relax, nice slow breathing like you would with any stretch. It's all about getting the parasympathetic side of the nervous system working for yourself. As the tension goes away, you can certainly go deeper, but one thing to keep in mind is tension should never be more than a 3 out of 10, if we could use a 10 scale for intensity. So if it is, back off a little bit. If it's above that, back off. Otherwise, if it's below, you're in a good spot. As the tension starts to fade away in the stretching muscle, so I'm going to feel it right in here with my glute, I can move myself a little bit closer and hold it a little bit longer. Another way that I can add a little bit of tension, if I want, is just to do a little bit of a calf raise, so you can kind of see my heel coming up off the wall. That little calf raise gives me a nice good stretch in that glute. For both versions, again, we still want that tailbone touching the ground. So you can stay here for as long as you're able. I like to do somewhere between 60 seconds and even 5 minutes, as long as the legs don't go numb, and it really, really stretches out that glute muscle and can provide a lot of relief in the hips, in the knees potentially, and for myself, I find it really good for the low back. So I hope you'll enjoy this one and give it a try.